This is Divine Love, Light, and Wisdom with Lynn. I'm Lynn. I will never DM you or ask you for money. If somebody does, just know that's not me. The best place to contact me is through my Facebook Messenger. You can go to my page, Divine Love, Light, and Wisdom with Lynn, and Lynn is spelled Lyne. And today I chose this deck from Denise Linn, Sacred Destiny Oracle. These cards have a lot of meanings in the booklet, so I may tap into that as well. And I also ask that you use your intuition and tap into that to see if there's a bigger picture, another message that you're picking up on for yourself, because this is for the collective. And there may be something that I might say or may not say that resonates or doesn't resonate with you. But if these cards do, just know that you can tap into that as well. And like usual, I've said all my prayers, my protections. I've asked for the highest good of all. And I shuffle them, but I don't know what's in the cards. I just pick one at a time and I'll stop when I'm guided to. So let's start the reading. And I hope you enjoy this. And just know whenever you see this, it's right for you. So the first card, protection. Now, do you feel like you need protection? Or do you feel that you are protected? Sometimes, we go into a room and we just feel like something doesn't feel right. Perhaps the energies around are just interfering with your energy. And what you can always do is just place a bubble of light around you. And grounding is also a great idea. And there's different ways of grounding. You can Google that. You can go on YouTube. One way that is also very nice, which Ken Lloyd uses, is to imagine your heart and your heart growing roots. And as it goes down your torso, all the way down to Mother Earth, and then you would imagine that when you're at the core, you are anchoring those roots counterclockwise 3 times. I found that this is very, very grounding, and I find it's very beneficial. But there's different ways of doing it. If you have a different process, just keep doing that. No worries. There isn't just one way of doing something. So I'm going to look up the book because I do know that with her cards, while there is a lot of information that perhaps I might not be tapping into. And the tree that's showing right here is a beautiful oak tree. Actually, it's my favorite kind of tree. And you notice how the lightning is trying to hit it, but it's almost like it's not really doing anything to it. It can't damage it. It's rooted into Mother Earth and it's protected. And the oak tree is associated with wisdom, strength, and protection. And when you think about it, from the smallest acorn, look at the beautiful, majestic tree that comes out of that. It's very powerful, and it lives for hundreds of years. It goes very deep in the earth, and it also reaches up to the sky. So it's very connected to Mother Earth and Father Sky, if you want to use that kind of language. And many cultures revere the oak and honor the living spirit within it. For everything has a spirit. The blade of grass, the flowers, and of course, this oak tree. And the oak is one of the most compelling symbols of protection. So basically, I guess I was tapping into that before we even started. I started reading this. Grounding, very important. A very important part of protecting your auric field, protecting yourself, as well as you can surround yourself with a white bubble. And if you noticed a tree, I just noticed that now, it's almost like part of it, you see something shimmering around it, like a light, like a translucent light. If you really look closely, you might not see it around the whole thing, but partial. And that's how I imagine it. I always imagine it like when you blow a bubble, you see that kind of like beautiful iridescent colors, and it's see-through, but you can kind of see there's different colors in that. Well, that's how I imagine it. And you can imagine it any way that feels right for you. Now, let's see what else there is. Change. You know, right now, there's a lot of talk of different things going on around the planet. And I think that even those who don't follow metaphysical, people or teachings, they're feeling it right now. They're feeling the change. They're feeling something is going to happen or is happening. They feel different, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually a wonderful thing. So basically, if you look at this beautiful horse that's being lifted up by this beautiful balloon up into the clouds. And through time, people have been looking at the clouds for change. In the earlier times, they would look at the clouds and they would know, oh, there's a storm coming, or the winds are going to pick up. There was so many different messages in the clouds, but we can also look at clouds and just look and see, out of joy, the different shapes. You know, how many times have you as a child laid on the grass and you could see, I don't know, a puppy or a bunny or whatever that is, and it just mesmerizes you. And then fleetingly, it's gone because change is inevitable. Clouds are shapeshifters. Their essence is the same, but they can change from mist to rain to snow to ice. And I think what this card is trying to say is not to be afraid. You are protected. It doesn't hurt to put protection around yourself on some levels, but it's all part of the process. It's all part of the evolution. We're always changing, even when we don't see it and feel it. And it's okay to change direction. It's okay to change your mind. You don't always have to be consistent. Sometimes the path that is windy will bring you to the most unexpected, beautiful experiences. Just be in awe and be daring a little bit, a little curious. So try to enjoy the journey and not just expect the destination. I think what this card is also telling you. See things through a child's eye. See things through wonder and curiosity. Because change is always inevitable, even when they're small and we don't pay attention and don't see them or feel them. And now, community. I think more and more people are starting to crave community. 2020 up to 2024 was a real teacher for a lot of us. A lot of us who didn't realize just how much we took for granted community. We took for granted being able to connect with others. And I think coming out of that, many people realized just how important that can be and how beautiful that can be. Look at all the beautiful colors and the beautiful butterflies. And, beneath the surface of the earth, see all those trees? They intertwine their roots. It's kind of a communication system. And there's been a lot of scientific findings with this. And basically, they talk to each other and also they help each other. Many times, if one tree is very sickly, the other trees will somehow lend a hand and help that tree. And give it nourishment that it needs. And I think what it's really trying to say is through this change, perhaps you will find that you crave community. You crave the connection with others or connections with others. And also to allow you to be supported, but also so that you can help others feel supported. And I think that this is basically what it's trying to do, is to try to remind us that the beauty, look at the beauty, look at that, all the beauty, the colors. And you look at the rainbow and the different colors, and I think that has a lot to do also with the different vibrations of people, the different essence. And it's really when you put them all together like this, look how beautiful that is. Now let's see what else there is. Gateway. Gateway. So you see this beautiful unicorn, and look beyond that. Look at the beautiful waterfall, the stream. Yeah, perhaps it's a river because it's so far away. It looks like a stream, but perhaps it's much bigger than a stream. But and you see there's an entrance. It almost looks like there's an entrance. And there are places on the planet where the veil between the physical realm and the mystical dimension is especially thin. And especially now, people are feeling it. We talk about the ascension. We talk about, going from a certain vibration to another. And basically, there are places where the energy is higher, and they're considered, they say that there's portals, vortexes, or spirit gateways. And I think that as we go on, we will be able to see that more and more. We'll be able to feel that more and more. We will feel it thinning. We will be able to communicate more with the other side in different ways. And wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations of inner illuminations are close at hand. And it'll be much easier to manifest your dreams. I know sometimes it can be hard, but we have to try to manifest or stay positive, because that's what we want to manifest. We want to manifest the beauty. The gateways, spirits are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. And we can also call upon the elementals. Many will call them fairies and elves to help us, because they are the guardians of the planet, of the earth, of the plant kingdom. And so we can ask them to help us to open our hearts and to see the magic all around us, so that we too can see what's on the other side of that veil. There's a unicorn, and it's fitting because a few years ago I was wide awake. I was still sitting up in my bed, but I was wide awake for over half an hour. All of a sudden, this beautiful, majestic unicorn, white, beautiful. And I saw him the same way I would see those that have crossed over. I would see beings of light. And that is how I saw it, but I still saw it through my eyes, not necessarily just in my head. And I remember looking at him, and at first I thought, oh God, I've got a great imagination. Why am I imagining this? There was no reason why I would even ponder or even imagine this unicorn in front of me, because it wasn't like I saw something or on a movie or a post or something that would have triggered this. And not that I didn't know about unicorns, but I never really gave it too much thought. And then I thought to myself, wow, I've got such a beautiful imagination. I thought, oh, this is funny. He doesn't have wings. A lot of times people will depict them with wings. And then I thought, oh, isn't she beautiful? And he showed me his anatomy. Now, the reason why he did that was not because it made a difference physically, because this is not a physical being here on earth, but it was just to let me know that he was carrying more of a male energy. And all of a sudden, I see this beautiful jet black Pegasus. And I know she's a female, and she is absolutely beautiful with these beautiful wings. Everything, she was black, but she also had this blue tinge to it. And I thought, oh my, do I ever have a good imagination? Now why am I imagining this to myself? Then I thought, oh, this is weird. I'll put wings on him and I'll put a horn on her. And it didn't matter how much I tried to imagine him with wings and her with a horn. I couldn't do it. It wasn't happening. And then I realized this is not my imagination, which was kind of odd because it's not like I would go around imagining anything like this anyways. But I think that even myself, I could not accept what I was being shown. And once I accepted that, they had left. But what I've noticed is more and more they're showing up when I do animal spirit guide readings for people. They're showing up and they're letting me know that some of those that I've done readings for, they show up, the ones that are meant for them, the ones that are with them, the ones that are guarding them, protecting them. And so just keep an open mind, because I think more and more people will be able to tap into these beautiful, majestical animals, or spirits, should I say. You know, we don't physically have them here, but on another dimension and another vibration, they do exist. And they are here to help us. And again, community. Perhaps you need support. Perhaps someone else needs support. Tap into what it is that is right for you. And don't be afraid to ask your spiritual team, because you have to ask them for their help. They won't take away your free will. Okay? And change. There's big changes that are coming, and most people can feel it. They can feel it. They sense it. They don't know sometimes what it is. Just enjoy the ride is what I just heard. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the adventure. Enjoy the curiosity and the awe. And know you are protected. Ground yourself like the beautiful oak tree. And surround yourself with this beautiful iridescent light bubble. You can visualize it any way that feels right for you. And I always ask that only unconditional love may pass both ways. And having said that, I hope this reading made sense to some of you. I know this is a little different for others, and I understand that. And just know, tap into your own intuition, tap into what these cards may have meant for you, may become something completely different from what I just said, and that's fine. And when you see this, it'll be right for you. And having said that, namaste, amen.